and they have dealt with the South Africans, and they are the champions yet again in round 2.
Well, they look like a force that cannot be stopped. The Kenya Lionesses are crowned the Queens of Cape Town once again. They spoil the South African party. They did not let the Springbok women score a single point against them. They've taken a clean sheet, and they've taken a clean sheet.
They've been very, very strong. There's so much that they do well, and they are the champions here in Cape Town. They're going to absolutely love it tonight. The fact that they've been able to back up last week's performance, the fact that they've been able to beat South Africa twice within the space of 8 days, for them would give them great joy, as well as their supporters.
Hey, good people, how you doing? Welcome to episode 27 of 254 Rugby. We were just catching glimpses there of the Lionesses celebrating their victory at the World Rugby Challenger Series, the second round of the Challenger Series. Remember last week, they came from behind to defeat South Africa 17 points to 10. Pulling off another cup final win against the same opponent, this time claiming a 17-0 win. It leaves the Lionesses top of the log, heading into the final round in Poland. That's gonna be sometime in April. Just there we have it, a confirmation of the standings. That's where the Lionesses are. As you can see, they are top on 40 points. South Africa second on 34 points. Argentina third on 30 points, tied with Colombia. And in fifth place, we have Thailand on 22 points, level with the Czech Republic. Poland are in seventh position on 16 points. Uganda in eighth on 14. Belgium, Hong Kong, China, Samoa, and Mexico complete the table standings. So, the heavy lifting has been done by the Lionesses in South Africa. This is how they went about it. They started their campaign on Friday with a narrow result. Well, this one wasn't so narrow. 17-5 against Belgium. Grace Adhiambo scoring 3 tries in that one. And then next up was a clash against the noisy neighbors, Uganda. And that result pretty close, 10-5. It had to be decided in extra time, 10-5 result. And then they went to the semifinals. And in the semifinals, it was the Lionesses up against Colombia. And this match ending by a one-score win for the Kenyans, 12 points to 5 against Colombia. This set up the final against the South Africans, and literally the Lionesses bullied the Lady Blitz box, claiming that 17-0 result. And we can just catch a glimpse of them there celebrating the win. Well, it is a big win for the Lionesses, big win for Kenyan rugby, big win for women's rugby, and to everybody who has been involved with the game, particularly the women's game, not only right now, but right through the years, from the late 80s, from the late 70s. I was reading up somewhere, Queens, Mwamba, and Nondis, I think, used to have ladies teams, and then again it was revived, say around 2005, 2006 at Mwamba. It has grown, and to see the Lionesses emerging victorious, not once, not twice, just shows you the immense potential that there is, not only in women's rugby, but in women's sport. Because as we speak, allow me to digress, the Harambee Starlets, the Kenya women's national soccer team, the under-17s, recently played in the FIFA World Under-17 World Cup. They were in Kampala, Uganda for the first leg of their qualifier for the FIFA Under-17 World Cup. They defeated the hosts 2-0. There is a return leg in Nairobi. Congratulations to them. Women's sport, like we said, on the rise. And for the Lionesses, for all the women in the team, for everybody involved with the Lionesses, congratulations once again. Now, let's come home, and we come home to the Kenya Cup. The Kenya Cup this past weekend, quite interesting in the fact that it was a difficult round of matches. You know, we had talked about 15 being the magical number for teams required to survive. But let's look first at the results before we get into the standings. And there we have it. On March day 11, the last round of the regular season, Nakuru winning away from home 17-21. They defeated Impala by 21 points to 17. Mwamba getting an all important win 29 points to 15 against KU Blackblood. Strathmore Leos pulling off a bonus point victory against Kenya Harlequin to end the regular season. 28-27 the full-time score. Kisumu, remember we talked about how difficult it is to play Kisumu in Kisumu. Well, a crucial 17-14 result over Nondies. The South Coast Pirates, well, their stint in the Kenya Cup comes to a close. They lost 35-0 to the Menengai Oilers, while the match of the weekend saw Kabras Sugar defeat KCB by 25 points to 17. The result means that Kabras remain the only unbeaten team in the league. They complete the league phase with 11 wins from 11 outings, 52 points. They didn't get a bonus point in that game. Neither did KCB. KCB finishing second with 50 points, 10 wins and 1 defeat. That solitary defeat coming at the hands of Kabras Sugar. The Menengai Oilers, well, they will finish in third place, 47 points. Nondescripts finishing fourth. Kenya Harlequin fifth. KU Blackblood sixth. Now, the bottom half of the table, that win for the Strathmore Leos was a big win because heading into match day 11, they were placed 10th on the log, and then they get the bonus point win against the team that's in 5th place, Kenya Harlequin, who are already through to the playoffs. It's a big result in the sense that it lifted the Leos from 10th to 7th, but more importantly, assured them of safety in the Kenya Cup for yet another season. And then let's now head to the sorry for that break. Let's head now to the rest of the standings there. We'd noticed an error in the previous standings. Nakuru winning their 4th match in a row, finishing on 18 points. They will finish the season in 8th place. Kisumu, that win was crucial for them because they survive, and 17 points, a fair result for them. Now, Impala surviving relegation by the skin of their teeth, 16 points. Then Mwamba and South Coast Pirates going down. And for the Pirates, going down after one season, they sure will be missed. I think, if we had our way, we would ensure that the South Coast Pirates social media admin is signed by another Kenya Cup team, because if there's one place where the Pirates really lit up the Kenya Cup, it was with their social media commentary. It was legendary. Now let's talk about Mwamba. Mwamba going down to the Kenya Cup, going out of the Kenya Cup. They are relegated after 26 years. They had been relegated at the close of the 1996 season. They played the 1997 and 1998 seasons in the Eric Shirley Shield, which back then used to serve as the second tier, where we'd mix it up between reserve teams of some of the Kenya Cup sides and some teams as well. So Mwamba playing in that. They qualified for the Kenya Cup in at the close of the 1998 season. Interestingly, though, the 1998 Eric Shirley Shield was won by Impala 2, with Queens 2 finishing second. Mwamba were third, and they were the team that was eligible for promotion. So they have been in the Kenya Cup since 1999, and it's sad. It's the end of an era. It's an era during which we saw the emergence of players like Mark Mshila, like the Asego brothers, Larry, Lavin, Chris. We saw the emergence of players like Kevin Wambua, the Imonyi brothers, Humphrey Kayange, Collins Injera, Mike Agevi, the Abere brothers as well, Edgar Abere, Dominic Abere, to name but a few. Many of these players coming through Mwamba, and they have a lot of reflection to do with their young squad as they go down to the KRU Championship for the 2025-2026 season, and look at ways and means of, first of all, being sustainable, and then secondly, returning to the Kenya Cup. It's worth noting that they've manage to secure a home venue, which will give them some stability. Remember, for quite a while with the construction of the Nairobi Expressway, they were uprooted from their home venue at the Nairobi Railway Club and pretty much have wandered around various venues over the past few seasons. Probably did have a role to play, but hey, the relegation is here. It has to be accepted. And for Mwamba, I think it's all about resetting, regrouping, and re-emerging. And commiserations to them. And, it's time to rebuild. For the Pirates, like we said, it's been an interesting journey. They managed to leave the competition with 2 wins, getting a win against Nakuru for that matter, and defeating the Strathmore Leos. There is something about the South Coast Pirates. It was great to have rugby played in the South Coast. They will be back in the KRU Championship with valuable lessons, and we do hope that they return for a longer stint. But as it is for Mwamba and for the South Coast Pirates, well, it is adios from the Kenya Cup. Now, let's talk about the playoffs, because those will be coming up on the 22nd of March, the top 6 playoffs. So this is how it works. The teams that finished 3rd and 4th get the home ground advantage. So the Menengai Oilers will be at home to Kenyatta University's Black Blood in their playoff, while Nondis and Queens meet in the other playoff. And Nondis have already pulled one over Queens this season. They defeated Queens last season as well. And actually, this is a repeat of last year's playoffs because Nondis actually got to the semis where they faced off with Cabras Sugar, while the Oilers faced off with KCB. But first, there is the matter of the playoffs. And as you can see them there on our screens, that is going to be the action on the 22nd of March, 2025. Yeah, so yeah, that's it. The regular season has come to a close. What's happening next? The national team, the men's national team, the Kenya Sevens national team, Shujaa, will be heading to the Far East. They'll be heading to Hong Kong and Singapore for the 5th and 6th rounds of the World Rugby 7 Series. They are currently placed 9th on the log with 15 points. They are 17 points adrift of Great Britain, who are in 8th place. And I think really for Shujaa, what they need to start doing is getting themselves into survival mode, really, because it's inevitable that they will be playing in the playoffs in Los Angeles, and they need to work on that killer punch between now and then. And we definitely will be looking forward to, catching up with them. Well, this has been episode 27 of 254 Rugby. We will catch you again next time. And as always, thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing. And yeah, do the necessary, like, subscribe, share. Your feedback is also welcome. So we will catch you again next time with episode 28 of 254 Rugby. But for now, enjoy the rest of your